All right, 3 questions there, John. Give me the rundown, brother.
Buy, sell, or hold. Jackson County voters sent a message to the county with Tuesday's defeat of question 1.
Oh, I'm buying that one. That, of course, was the ballot initiative in Jackson County about a usage tax, which was supposedly going to be for infrastructure, bridges, roads, things like that. But then there was all this other nonsense in there. And I'm not saying homeless people are nonsense, but when you have a bill that is intended for infrastructure and roads, and then you sneak in language about helping the homeless or people who are soon to be homeless, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in Jackson County, based on how these tax assessments have gone the last few months, who are saying, heck, we're all on the verge of being homeless. What's that all about? So the no vote won out. Jackson County is saying no to this usage tax. Good for them. And I do believe a big part of that was driven by the assessment debacles in recent months and Jackson County voters saying, you know what, you guys want more of our tax dollars? Buzz off, for lack of a better phrase there, John.
Touche. All right, next one then. Buy, sell, or hold. A big ratings drop for Wednesday's GOP debate means the primary is over.
Well, I think in the minds of many voters it is, and I would buy that because the numbers here, 7.51 million people tuned in to watch the NBC News debate on Wednesday night. That is down from the 13 million people who watched the first debate. The second debate in September had 9.5 million. So it went from 13 million to 9.5 million to now 7.5 million for this debate on Wednesday night. And I think it's a combination of fatigue, and I think it's a combination of feeling like you're watching the undercard, for lack of a better phrase, because that's what this feels like. As long as Trump is not on the stage and he's leading in the polls, the person who maybe is on the fence is going to be like, why am I going to watch this? I mean, it's mildly entertaining. Now, I watch it because partially I have to, but also because I want to see what these people say. And I do believe, by the way, that Donald Trump should be on that stage. I mean, I get he's up big in the polls, but I think he should be on that stage. That being said, he's not, and he's up big in the polls, and I think a lot of Americans are like, hey, why watch people talk about the future of the country when I can watch, Love is Blind on Netflix? And that's part of the reason we find ourselves in the problem that we do these days, John.
An encore from the opening band is not always met with enthusiasm, is it?
Yeah, that is a great analogy. And that's really what this feels like in too many ways. And I hate that for the country. But, man, there's a lot of different people, social media apps, shows, entertainment vying for our eyeballs and our ears these days. And if more people cared about this stuff, well, we'd be better off as a country. But here we are, unfortunately. So what's next on Buy, Sell, Hold?
Well, we got the Chiefs off this week on a bye week. So Buy, Sell, or Hold marks Kansas Jayhawks parlay.
Mark, you couldn't just take the weekend off from parlays, could you?
Of course not. I got to take one. I got to take one for the team here.
All right. So okay. So now you got Chiefs are off this weekend. So you got a KU football parlay. They're playing Texas Tech. So first off, what are we talking about here, winnings wise, and then lay it out for me.
$10 to win $300. So it's a pretty decent one.
Big shot. All right, go ahead.
All right, I've got Kansas winning the game. They're undefeated at home this season. It's a home game, so I have Kansas winning the money line.
All right.
I've got Devin Neal scoring an anytime touchdown. He's had 4 touchdowns in the last 4 games. Taj Brooks, the running back from Texas Tech, anytime touchdown. He's scored a touchdown in his last 5 games. Jason Bean, 200 yards passing or more, has hit that easily the last 3 games. Devin Neal, 70 or more rushing yards. He averages 92 yards per game. Taj Brooks, over 100 yards rushing. He has only not done that once this season.
All right.
Quentin Skinner, 25 yards receiving. Mason Fairchild, 25 yards receiving. Luke Grimm, 25 yards receiving. And the last one, Lawrence Arnold, 50 yards receiving or more. He has hit that easily the last 3 games.
Oh, man, Mark. Oh, man. I so badly want to buy this. I really do. And you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm buying this one, Mark. I think you got something here. I love Fairchild, by the way. I think he's a Kansas kid, really good tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I don't think Texas Tech's defense is all that good. I think these are reasonable bets to make, and it's a good parlay. And I think Kansas wins, and by the way, covers pretty easily as well in this game. So I'm going to buy this one for you, Mark. I think you're going to have a big Saturday, baby.
Let's go. Happy Veterans Day to everybody out there for this Saturday.
I want a big old donation to the Battle Within from you if you hit the parlay. Deal?
All right, I can do that.
All right, good deal. Well done there. Mark Van Sickle, buy, sell, hold in the books on a Friday. We're live at the National World War I Museum and Memorial.